the way that we engage with information depends on the type of source it comes from. In our previous videos, we looked at primary, secondary, and tertiary sources, as well as scholarly peer-reviewed sources. Now let's take a closer look at how to engage with these and a few other source types. As previously discussed, primary sources are first-hand accounts or evidence that were created during or around the time of an event. When using primary sources, we might interpret or analyze them through the lens of our own research. You might use primary sources like manuscripts or correspondence from historical figures when writing a paper about a historical event. These sources can be found online on sites like the Library of Congress's digital collection or in databases like Gale Primary Sources. Secondary sources make up the majority of the sources we tend to come across during research, including books, articles, and reviews, anything that analyzes or interprets primary sources. Secondary sources are typically used as evidence of the scholarly conversation surrounding a specific topic. These are the type of sources you would look for when writing something like a literature review. You can use things like the library's catalog Saint Search or the library databases to find books and articles written about your topic and find connections between the sources you discover. Some of the secondary sources you come across may also be considered scholarly sources. These are sources that are written by experts for an academic audience. They contain high-quality information and include citations for other sources used. We use these sources when we need to reference reliable information about a specific topic. In Saint Search and in many of the library's databases, you can use filters to identify peer-reviewed sources in your search. You'll interact with scholarly sources in the same way you would secondary sources, as evidence of scholarly conversation. Sources like newspapers and magazines are referred to as popular sources. They provide information in a more informal tone for a general audience. These sources are great for finding background information on a topic that is easy to understand, or for up-to-date information on very new topics. You might use popular sources when completing assignments related to current topics. News databases like Access World News are a great place to look for newspaper and magazine articles from various publishers. Finally, we have trade sources. Somewhere between popular and scholarly sources, trade publications are written by and for those working in a particular field. These sources are useful for discovering trends or issues that exist within a specific discipline, but may not contain much information regarding research findings. Perhaps you're working on a presentation on current trends and challenges in the nursing field. Trade journals like National Nurse are available online or through databases like CINAHL Complete. They'll include timely articles written by professionals in the nursing field. When we're selecting sources, it's important to make sure we're choosing the right sources for our information needs. We can keep track of those information needs by defining our scope, which includes what type of information is needed and what format the information is available in. Keeping scope in mind and familiarizing yourself with the different source types we've discussed will help ensure you're headed in the right direction. In the next video, we'll dive even further into scholarly sources and learn about some special techniques when it comes to reading scholarly articles. Want some help? Schedule a research appointment with one of our librarians today.